The show has been amazing thus far, and if you're still watching, well, one, you're brilliant because you're in for a treat. I'm here with Dave Helman. Now, when you're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, the most important and notable franchise in the world, you better be talking to Dave Helman. Covered the Dallas Cowboys for over a decade. Still very tight with the organization. Was there when Dak Prescott, amongst others, were drafted. So, Dave, as we head into training camp, we're just 2 weeks away.
I can't believe it's that close.
It's crazy. 2 weeks away from camp, the biggest storylines that people need to take out a pen, a paper, put in the Twitter section of their phones, put in the notes section of their phones. What are the biggest storylines that these viewers at home, myself, and everybody in the world needs to know about as we head into camp?
The big ones take up so many headlines.
Okay.
We'll get there. Let's start with the sneaky ones. My number 5. Who the hell's playing running back for the Dallas Cowboys? Like, the organization that produced Emmett and Dorsett.
Yep.
And well, guess what? Zeke's back, I guess. Is it Zeke? Is Zeke going to find the fountain of youth? Zeke Elliott, I believe, is 28 years old.
Yeah.
I think this is the worst running back room in the NFL. They bring in Zeke as an afterthought. Zeke actually quietly.
Wait, hold on. You just uttered a powerful.
I think this is the worst running back room in the NFL.
This is a help.
They don't have a proven back outside of Zeke.
I need help. The Cowboys never make this mistake. They make a lot of mistakes. Remember, they got rid of Dez Bryant, and they thought they were going to be okay, and then they're like, wait, we need a wide receiver. They make receiver mistakes.
You're so right.
They make defensive back mistakes.
They always have a back, right?
They always have a running back. You know best. You know Will McClay. He's really the general manager of the team. Y'all might not know his name, but he's the acting general manager. Jerry Jones is just a face. You know Jerry Jones. You know Stephen Jones. You were inside the building. You and I worked together in Dallas. Why are they making this mistake? How?
I'm shocked because a lot of people talk about this, right? The stats nerds in the NFL community, you want to be cheap at running back.
Yeah.
You don't want to overpay your running back. Zeke was on a $15 million salary, it was too much. They went the exact opposite direction. I'm honestly surprised at how little salary is on this team. Zeke is making probably $3 million a year. The rest of these guys are on vet minimum deals. I'm curious if it's enough. If Zeke can discover the fountain of youth and they get one more awesome season out of him, great. If that's not the case, I really think this is a position where you're either looking at the waiver wire in September, or maybe you try to swing a trade once the season starts, because right now, it just doesn't look like enough.
The most important storyline for the Cowboys may actually be the next one that Dave Helman is about to mention.
Sneaky.
What's the fourth most important story?
You're right. You're so right. It's under the radar because nobody talks about the offensive line. But what's going to happen with this offensive line is so interesting. Cowboys lost an All-Pro. We just talked about it. Tyron Smith could help the Jets make a Super Bowl run.
Yep.
They lost a Pro Bowl caliber center in Tyler Biadasz. Maybe not the best center in the NFL, but the Washington Commanders were willing to pay him $30 million. Who are they replacing those guys with? Rookies, probably. Tyler Guyton is your first-round pick number 29 overall. He's stepping in. He's the prohibitive favorite to be the left tackle.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to move Tyler Smith from guard. So you're talking about a rookie at tackle, and your options at center, it's either rookie Cooper Beebe out of the Big 12, Kansas State, or Brock Hoffman, who played like 50 snaps last year in mop-up duty.
If you
don't have a lot of experience here.
If you're Dak Prescott, knowing that you live and you die by the offensive line,
You got a rookie playing left tackle and center?
should he be worried?
Dak Prescott would never admit he was worried. I bet he would say something really cheeky like, I'm interested to see how it all develops at training camp. I would be worried. I would be very worried. I will give the Cowboys credit. They draft very well.
They do.
We were worried about Tyler Smith 2 years ago.
We were.
He's an all-pro. So maybe Tyler Guyton is the next guy, but until I see it, I'm a little concerned.
Okay, let's get to number 3, because I haven't seen this storyline, and it might be the second best player on defense. I haven't seen him in a long time. Talk to me.
Yeah, that's true. Trevon Diggs. He goes down in practice. I believe it was heading into week 3. So they only got 2 games out of Trevon Diggs last year, which, think about how good they were for most of the year. It's incredible that they did it without an all-pro cornerback. I feel like everybody's just assuming, and I hope they're right for the record. I'm rooting for Trevon Diggs. Everybody's just assuming he's going to step in and be the all-pro interceptions leader that he was. I will say this. The nice thing about getting hurt in September is you got a long time to come back.
Yep.
Still, you're an athlete. We do the show with professional athletes. How many guys say, yeah, it really took me till my second year. It really took me a while.
No doubt about it.
You got to get comfortable. You got to get confident with the ligament that you can make the cuts you need to make. So I'm rooting for Trevon Diggs. I'm sure he'll be fine in the long run, but is he going to be all-pro caliber right away?
Let me ask you a question that I would only ask you. What I love about doing these shows with Dave Helman, and y'all in for a treat right now.
You just ad-lib?
I just ad-lib stuff. Stuff
like,
comes
we didn't
to my
talk
mind.
about this.
We don't talk about nothing, and I just throw it at him, and in real time, y'all get to watch really Dave have to think on the fly. We were both working for the Cowboys in 2016, so we know this organization intimately. If Trevon Diggs did not sign a $100 million deal before last season, would he have started this season as a backup? Meaning, would the Cowboys have re-signed Gilmore and started DaRon Bland on the outside, and with Trevon Diggs getting hurt last year after DaRon Bland had a 9-interception or 8-interception, 6-pick season, after Stephon Gilmore was the Cowboys' best corner on the team and is truly locked down, if he didn't sign a $100 million deal, does he start this season as a backup cornerback behind Bland and Gilmore that the Cowboys re-signed?
No, I don't think so, because even without a contract, I mean, Trevon Diggs led the league in picks in his own right in 21. And remember, he was such a hotly debated player. Is he actually good? Does he give up too many yards? He came back in 22 and quietly was a much better lockdown corner. He had fewer picks because people were less willing to throw at him. I think he is a real deal top, whatever you want to say, top 5, top 6 cornerback in the NFL when healthy. So he would absolutely be a starter. He would absolutely be fine. We would just be arguing about his contract instead of somebody else's, because there's always got to be a contract dispute with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well,
that's just how it works.
Speaking of contract disputes, the second biggest storyline might be the best player on the offense. Who are we talking about him?
You got to wait to see if CeeDee Lamb's even going to be there. Cowboys, they're going to make a big show of it. They're going to fly out to California. Oxnard's 50 miles up the road. The team comes out. They got their bags. The cheerleaders are going to be there. And everybody's going to be, they're going to say, is 88 here? Is CeeDee? Was he on the plane? Give you your contract.
Why do the Cowboys do this? It doesn't serve anybody. I say this to say CeeDee will not be a better player for missing OTAs, minicamp, nor will he be a better player for missing some of camp. The Cowboys will not be a better team because CeeDee missed OTAs, minicamp, nor will they be a better team if he misses some of camp. You knew you had to pay him. Why do they do this? Is it avoidable?
If it was avoidable, we would have seen it happen more often than it does. And the only way a Cowboys deal gets done ahead of time is when the Cowboys find a player that they are willing to pay less than top of the market, and the player is okay to go along with that. Actually, Trevon is an example. Trevon signed, he did not reset the cornerback market. The Cowboys were like, yeah, we'll make you the 3rd or 4th highest paid guy. They recently did it with, not recently, they did it with Jalen Smith. Said, hey, you're overdue for your money because of what you lost in the draft. We'll pay you ahead of time. When guys are willing to play ball that way, the Cowboys will do it. When it's a situation like CeeDee, where you're gunning for the top of the market, that's how we wind up in these situations. And the Cowboys try to play hardball until they realize they might not have their receiver for the start of the season. They say, all right, let's get this out of the way.
Well, let's get to the most important storyline for the most important team in all of the world. Who you got?
Like I said, I think this one's pretty obvious. We've spent a lot of segments on it. We're going to keep talking about it. It's Dak Prescott. It's the contract situation surrounding the Cowboys all-pro quarterback. He's under contract. He's not going to miss training camp. That would truly shock me. But the Cowboys need to get a deal done. He's got one more season left on his deal. I say it all the time. No trade clause, no tag clause. Cowboys have to pay him or he walks, and I really think this needs to get done before the regular season starts. Preferably, it needs to get done while the Cowboys are out here in California, because you guys know this. You're out here in camp, you're installing, you're working on the camaraderie, all that good stuff. When they go back to Dallas, now it's
game time, baby.
We're game planning for week 1. We're game planning for Cleveland. We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
It needs to happen during the fun, happy-go-lucky part of training camp when nobody's thinking about that. Otherwise, Dak says, man, I guess I'm really not a priority to y'all.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything about me hitting the market and setting it in March. So I'm just going to let the chips fall where they may. So I really think Cowboys will probably go back to Dallas mid-August. So from right now, we've got about a month, I think, where this needs to get done. Otherwise, we're speculating about Dak Prescott's future.
I will be honest, there are few conversations I look forward to more than a sports conversation with the man to my right. I learn a lot, and I feel like I know a lot, so I hope and trust that y'all learned a lot. Well,
subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.